Hello there, everyone. Shippy here. Hope everyone out there's doing well. Take back once again with some more Guilty Gear Strive ranked matches. I try to climb up the platinum ranks with Baiken here. Looks like my first opponent is going to be an I know player, and looks like is this stuttering? Or my IS deceiving me here? Hopefully that was just a bad. Nope, it is kind of chugging here. All right, well the connection may not be the greatest here, but we shall see what we can get into. Hopefully it'll smooth out here. If not, we'll just move on with the no contest thing, but we'll see. We'll hope that it smooths out so we don't have to do that. All right, let's see what we can do here. All right, let's keep it simple. Okay. Well, this is about what I thought. All right, doesn't seem well. Like, well, I guess it has to be a two-way thing, but yeah, this is not a very good connection at all. But they want to play it out, so there's not gonna be a whole lot I can do here. God, it is stuttering really badly. I didn't get my unfortunate round start slash. Alright, they want to play it out, so unfortunately we're going to have to just try to eke out a win here, despite the connection being terrible. Good lord. Alright, we're getting hit by anything and everything. Alright, we do manage to eke out a win there somehow, some way. I would not like to lose points on a bad connection if I can. I do manage to get over their head though. I dropped the bar. I did this stay plus. That is our turn. And thank God we managed to win that. Alright, well, we're not going to rematch this because, again, the connection is just not all too playable. Sorry, I know player. I know you probably want to run back, but I cannot continue with that. But good game to that opponent. Back on a 5 minutes match. Alrighty, looks like I found my next opponent here. Going to be against a Venom player. So hopefully the connection for this one will be a little smoother. But the last one, it's kind of hard to judge anymore because even if it says it's a 3-bar, it will still sometimes just not be the greatest thing in the world. He managed to jump in. Alright, managed to fish out a hit there. Alright, I've been jumping way too much here. He managed to get a hit. I'm not plus after that, so I'm surprised that I just didn't straight up get counter hit. I used the wrong Kabari. To jump here. Oh, I didn't actually end up over him. Right, we'll go ahead and burst that. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, this is very much a Venom round so far. That's just unfortunate. The only thing I really... Wait, no, I didn't really know how to do that. To deal with that is to shoot it, but that was not an option there. Okay, tie things up and around a piece. They managed to fish out a hit there, though. Drop the bar again. Alright, they managed to fish out a hit there, though. All right, get the overhead and confirm to the hit. I was a little bit late, so I got a blue cancel, but it worked out either way. So whatever works will work with me. All right, they managed to get over a little bit over the halfway point in Plat 2 now. I can't. I thought I was blocking low there. Managed to fish out a hit. Unfortunately, I had already tried to slash him, so we are going to get hit by that no matter what. I wasn't sure if that move was plus or not, so we just took a gamble there. Now I need to watch because they do have... There it is. God, it's like Potemkin's freaking net is a lot more active than what I thought. I didn't fish out a hit there. Not managed to fish out another hit. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Alright, we'll run right under the pool ball. Get into their landing zone and manage to tie things up at a random piece. Probably both had the same idea there. Alright, parry. Right, we are managing to jump around the projectiles. I didn't get my 6P there, it's unfortunate. But I'm not still blocking. Alright, that's how we'll get rid of that. Alright, we'll do this. Alrighty, that was kind of a messy one there, but Dusale managed to win the game and win set 2-0 against Venom. More lucky than good for sure, but we're getting a little bit closer to Plat 3. We'll see if we can get it done. Probably not in this video though. We'll see what we can do, but a good game's opponent. No, back when I find my next match. Alrighty, looks like we found our next opponent here. Going up against an A.B.A player. And I don't know, I'm kind of like not very balanced when it comes to A.B.A. I feel like either I get horribly destroyed or I destroy. I don't, like, very rarely is there any middle ground with this character for whatever reason. I guess it's just a matter if I get started into my stuff before they can theirs. I guess. I would. I did manage to get a hit there. Alright, get the falling heavy. Alright. That was stupid. Alright, we do manage to get a perfect somehow, some way. Alright, let's see if we can do this again. I do manage to fish out a hit there. That low is kind of tripping them up every time. Alright, looks like I tried to run backwards there to get the hit. Alright, we'll take that. I don't know why I did that. I, for some reason, in my stupid mind, thought, oh, that'll combo. It had no hope of doing that. Alright, well, we do manage to win the first game against A.B.A here and get a few more points. And let's see if we can somehow make it two. We do manage to chase down there. Right, we are plus. They do mash. Ready to catch him there. Alright, we'll just burst this. Alright, do manage to that didn't combo. All right, look at the jumping. I feel like they're crouching a lot, which is why they're getting hit by that. Very good blocks there. Managed to get in behind him, and I put myself in the corner rather successfully there. All right, take the parry, go cross it. Oh, they're getting privy to that. Ah, they whiffed. Or more accurately, I did that too early. I have to do that to get up on him here. Alright, they thought I was going to run up and grab, which a better player probably would have. But I don't grab very often because I just forget to do it, if I'm being completely honest. But we do manage to win the set against A.B.A 2-0 here. Pretty good game to that opponent. I'm back on 5 in the next match. Alrighty, looks like I found potentially my final opponent here. Going up against A.Sin players, so we'll see what we can do. We let the intros rock here. Look like it stuttered for half a second, but hopefully that will just stay stable. I think I tried to make a point about the connections earlier in the video, but what I was trying to say is sometimes it'll say like it's a 3-bar connection, then you get in here and it's just not. So it's kind of hard to judge like when you accept matches if it's going to actually cooperate or not. But this one didn't seem horrendous. I panicked. I do manage to get the falling heavy there. I managed to get in behind him. I was way late on that. I should have backdashed. Put myself in the corner here. I jumped thinking they might grab. I have to go for the grab. Okay, we might be dead with the super. Yep. Alrighty, let's see if we can play a little bit cleaner here. We'll burst it out of the corner here. And we don't get our 6B. Very unfortunate. Alright, do manage to fish out a hit here. Let's back up. And they fall short. I did that more to stay plus. It just kind of happened to work out there. I feel like I was right is the bad part. Alright, we do manage to eke out that win somehow. Probably shouldn't have, but we did. Actually just more astounded that that made contact. Alright, we don't get our 6P, but although I may not have landed on the ground like I thought. Alright, I thought I'd have time to react there. Unfortunately, they were able to act before I could. I will take that. Alright, I'm going to take super here just to get some knockdown. Ah, damn it. I did that super to try to stay plus, and they were able to actually jump out of that string before I could finish it out. Alright, well, first game is going to go to Sin here. Let's see if we can recover here and actually win the second game. If we get a rematch, we do. Duel 1. Let's rock. Alright, we'll jump over to the initial hit there. I think I'll hit with the second half of that. Take the parry. They DP'd last time. Actually didn't last that time. Alright, shoot him to bring him in closer here. I messed it all up. That was a low. Alright, they're gonna get the wall break here. Oh, no, they're not. Actually, it's gonna take me on the other end of the world. Alright, we can go for super here. I saw them try to go for that overhead, so I thought that might be slow enough for me to get that out. Luckily, I was right. Alright, we are gonna get the hit there. Alright, that was a very odd reaction there. Once the parry didn't quite come out. Or it came out, it just, I guess he was not close enough for it to actually go off. Alright, we'll take super here, just to get some knockdown, try to regain some control. And my 6P didn't come out, that's unfortunate. Alright, they have super meter to spend. Gonna get the wall break. That's unfortunate. Alright, they tie things up at around a piece. That's unfortunate. I don't get her button, unfortunately. That's not what I wanted. How did I get a sprint there? Did he not hit my parry? Alright, that's very unfortunate. Alright, well, unfortunately, we are going to drop the set 2-1 to Sin here. But other than that, not a bad day, I think so. So far in first that we had today in Strive. But again, good games this opponent. I do end the video here, though. If you made this far, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe if you like it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.